Hello, rockers and Mercuryans. It's Rock Mercury here, and welcome to the Rock Mercury podcast. This morning, I'm whispering again because my family's still sleeping, but I'm here in the kitchen, and have my little smoothie here, my drink. It's separated because there's sea moss in here too. I'm gonna mix it up. Let's mix it up. It's like a fruit punch drink. There's ginger in here. I think there's raspberries, all types of fruit. So I'm gonna cleanse my body out. It's great to do like a nice juice cleanse in the morning. It's really healthy for you, I feel, in my opinion. So I'm gonna open this up and drink this. I slept in my Beyonce shirt again, with my second Beyonce shirt. You know, this shirt keeps getting my videos demonetized on Instagram. And I'm like, how can Beyonce monetize her content? But then I can't wear the shirt from her content. I'm so confused. Instagram is going away. Like, it's just going to the wayside. Their rules aren't fair. There's no customer support. All these social medias are just like, they're temporary. I think what I'm gonna do next is start posting shorts more on YouTube. That's really good. It's very, very good. I know it looks like coffee, but it's a smoothie, the ginger smoothie. But yeah, these social media platforms, I just don't get how they think they're gonna survive by treating people like this. Like they think that creators are like not smart enough or something. Like, am I supposed to not wear my shirt? There's nothing wrong with this shirt at all. It's literally Beyonce's album cover. If it's good enough to be in a Target or in, a public store or something, how could it not be good enough to be on Instagram? She's completely clothed. She's on a disco horse, living her best life. This is the album cover. I don't get it. This is even her profile photo. The same photo. So it's like, how are they demonetizing my videos just for wearing it? I don't curse. I don't do anything. I just like literally live my life. So I don't understand. It's just so, it's all like foolish. Like the rules make no sense. Like she's completely clothed. Everything's covered. Jackson, LA is getting blocked and muted right now. Perfect. Goodbye. Remote viewing says I have coffee. Oh, all right. Enjoy that. Remote viewing said it's a thing. Apps are made for mini memes. What do mini memes mean? What are you talking about? Anyway, it's so frustrating, you guys. Censorship is just out of control, but it's been that way. So who cares anymore? Who even cares? Just gonna drink my juice and live my life. This really looks like coffee. Well, that pot bellies I ate yesterday, the sandwich, I definitely feel it this morning in my digestive. So I'm like, let me wash myself out, start over. Let's start over. Give love a second chance. Remote viewing says creators use the apps, they don't run the apps. What are you talking about, remote viewing? What are you talking about? Stop wasting your writing with this ignorant stuff you're writing. Who cares what you're talking about? Why are you saying that? What does that even matter? Do you even think about stuff before you type? I doubt it. I hate when people just say stupid stuff. It's like creators use the app, they don't run it. As if I don't know that. That's why I'm discussing the unfair practices of the censorship. It makes no sense. You know, remote viewing? Now you're saying interesting. Interesting what? Ugh, I don't know. I'm so annoyed with these people. People are like so ignorant. I was actually agreeing with you Well, agree better. That doesn't make any sense. You said creators use the apps, they don't run the apps. Okay, that's not agreeing with me. I literally just said that, like, I just said that they have like bad censorship program processes. Um, Brazil says good morning. Good morning, Brasilia. Good to see you, Brasilia. Mm, this is good. But yeah, I decided I don't care. I'm gonna still be wearing my Beyonce shirts, living my best life. Like, I'm gonna promote my Beyonce, even if it demonetizes me. Last time, I was doing a tea. I was just drinking a tea that I got from Bilingual Balance, Dr. Victor's son. Um, and it was just like they demonetized me and said I was sharing something that they didn't even give me a reason. I went all the way to corporate with it, and they literally had no reason, only because they're trying to hide people from the truth. They're trying to block people from the truth of alkaline living, of just healthy. Like all I was talking about was tea. So they just were blocking it. It was so annoying. Mark says, God have mercy on you. God isn't real. You're in a cult, Mark. Get out of my page immediately. I'm gonna block you. Um, God have mercy on you. God have mercy on your ignorance. God's not even real though. Cody says, how many mustache hairs do you eat, bro? What kind of dumb question is that? Cody, you're getting blocked. Ew, Cody. Do better. Disgusting. Decline. And mute it. Ugh, people are so ignorant. Mark says, you need God. You need intelligence, Mark. You're getting blocked. Disgusting. Alright, goodbye. Zach Spark says, what's the truth? The truth is that alkaline eating can help to assist with a lot of illnesses that people are dealing with, instead of only focusing on pharmaceutical situations. But they don't want people to know that. And so the company that I was drinking the tea from, they wanted to block it, but they didn't even have a reason to block it. So they just went above it. I broke no rule, not one rule did I break. I just sat there and drank my tea and talked about where I got the tea from. It wasn't sponsored. The video was literally 1 minute long. I spoke nothing about any claims or anything. And so but the company itself, they know that they heal people. It's Dr. Sebi's company. And so they figured, oh, we're just going to go ahead and block the video and block you. And I lost over $1,000. I'm like, are you serious? It's all crazy. It said remote viewing says, and yeah, you just got to what I was talking about. Okay. Just call me Silver. Says any health tips. I'm not a health professional. I'm just drinking my drink. But I do believe that it's good to drink lots of liquid in the morning. Flush your system out. You know, keep yourself like regular. That's what I love doing. But that's not a tip. It's just what I like to do. I'm not a health professional. Dee Dee says, I love your eyes. Thank you. Pierce says, give me an example of alkaline eating. Like spring water, fruits with seeds, natural fruits, non-GMO, sea moss, highly iron-rich minerals, soursop, like those kind of things. Desi says, do you think that diet will help with my seizures? Ooh, Desi, I can't legally say that because I'm not a professional, but my personal opinion, I feel like alkaline eating can help with a lot of ailments, including things similar to what you just said. But legally, I can't say that because I'm on TikTok. But if you look up Dr. Sebi, you can make your own decision. And by the way, he's not a doctor. He's passed away, but he also is the only person in United States history to have cured different ailments within the New York Supreme Court. There's paperwork. There is hundreds and hundreds or thousands of cases that prove that he was helping people with issues that could not be resolved with Western medical at the time. So I'll say that. My ex had seizures a lot, but he wasn't willing to change his eating plan at all. Seizures are very scary, like very, very terrifying. And there's a lot of imbalance going on within the nutrients and minerals in the body whenever a seizure is going on. So, but like I said, I can't give you a direct answer on that legally. Ruby says, I used to drink and eat high alkaline foods and drinks in order to stabilize while on meds. Okay, interesting, Ruby. Desi says, okay, love, yes. Please, Desi, please research Dr. Sebi and just hear what he has to say about different foods that can support and balancing out the alkalinization of the body. And hopefully that can be a support for you. I would love to say more, but you know, we're on TikTok, so I can't say certain things. But yeah, I hope that your seizure symptoms can be alleviated in some type of way through alternative routes, if possible. Ooh, it's so hard to say to be PC. And otherwise, I'm just nodding my head. Who knows why I'm nodding my head? I'm just nodding. So you take that for what it means. Desi says sometimes. Okay. Ruby, hello Ruby, thanks for the follow. But yeah, you guys. Today I'm gonna go to the gym again. You know, I love my gym. After I get cleansed right now, I stayed up last night, got all my videos uploaded. It feels good to get everything uploaded every night. I am still working on my new album right now. I'm not gonna rush it anymore. Like, I'm still just gonna keep on just taking steps at a time to finish it. I feel like I've been way busier out here because my family's here, which I love. But I need to prioritize my album each day so that I can at least get some parts of it done, because I have 9 songs to finish. So I'm super excited for it, but it's a lot. It's a lot. Let's see. Remote viewing says, "How's your YouTube doing?" My YouTube is doing well. My YouTube is doing really well. I find that the shorts are getting the most views on YouTube. I guess they're pushing it in the algorithm more. So I'm gonna post more shorts. I'm gonna post every video I post. I'm just gonna put a short version of it up too, because I'm like, why not? It takes me like literally a few minutes to do, maybe a minute, if that. Before I was only posting the long form content on there, and then every now and then when I do a TikTok, I was just like posting that on YouTube too, like a short version of it. But now every video I'm gonna put a short, because the algorithm is like, they're pushing it out. Like, I guess when people go onto the YouTube app, they see a short right away. Everyone's trying to compete with TikTok. And then TikTok is trying to compete with YouTube and doing longer form content, letting you put like 10-minute videos up like I do. Like, most of my videos on TikTok, they're 10 minutes long, because that's what they allow you to put. And I figured, why not? You know, if they're allowing it, that means they want people to make 10-minute videos, so I made them. And they're all part of my lives. All I do is just document. Every now and then I do like a trend or something, because it's like fun to me. But I just document, and that's how I'm able to post so often, because it's not taking time out of my day. I'm drinking this either way. I could either sit here alone and just drink it without anybody, Or I can go live, drink it, talk with you guys, and I have content just like that. I'd rather do that. Um, Remote viewing says they are copyright claim happy on YouTube. They sure are. I posted a Beyonce video that I posted on here yesterday on YouTube, and they blocked it everywhere. They blocked that video worldwide. So then I went back on there and put a 15-second clip of the Beyonce part, and then they let it go because I did it through their app. So it's just how they do. It's just how they do. I'm like, okay, whatever, you guys. Like, I'll just follow the rules. Whatever's gonna get me my views. Because at this point, we're just trying to get publicity. That's what all the networks are doing. Every big network is just trying to get more viewership. So at least I'm not paying for it. I'm not paying for advertisements. I used to pay for advertisements years ago, but what I'm doing now is getting me more views authentically than I was getting when I was paying for it. Cash App Nancy says, good morning. Good morning, Cash App Nancy. Good to see you. Remote Viewing says, if both sites collaborated, it may venture futuristically. I don't think they ever will. Because first of all, TikTok's owned by an Asian country, but I won't name on here because they're probably going to block me for saying it. That's very corrupted. A certain country. And then YouTube is owned by an American corrupted company, Google, which I like Google because I work with them, like for my company. But you know, everything's corrupted, whatever. And then Facebook is owned by another corrupted, Mark Zuckerberg. So it's just like they're never gonna collaborate. They're all competing, and behind the scenes, I'm a creator on all the websites, and so they're asking us, and every website as a creator, they're asking us to do all of these test runs and these what do you call them? What do you call those things? These surveys. They're asking us to do all these surveys and asking us, oh, why do you like who's your main app? Do you like Instagram better? Do you post more on TikTok? Do you post more on YouTube? Do you post on Snapchat? Like, they're just asking you all these questions, trying to compete with the other apps. That's why YouTube even offers shorts. Why would YouTube offer shorts? It doesn't make any sense. Because it's like, they already have long form content. They could just offer previews of the long form content, but they see the success and the short attention span of the of people, and so they're like, okay, like, let's get these shorts going, and it's working. Like, I'm getting, like, I have like almost 700 views for the last 48 hours on YouTube, just because I do shorts now, which is crazy compared to what I was getting before. So it's like, it's bizarre. So I'm gonna go with the flow until it stops. Why not? Why not, you know? And promote my Beyonce. I don't care if I get demonetized. I'm gonna promote Beyonce to the death of me. Remote Viewing says they spy on one another using content creators. Very good point, Remote Viewings. So, okay, I'm glad I didn't block you because you're really saying some good stuff. But yes, Remote Viewing, they are spying on each other. Like, the apps are spying on other apps by speaking to the content creators that use all the apps. I use every app. The only app I don't use anymore, I'm off of Bigo, because Bigo was doing nothing for me. It was all bots. I don't know how Bigo survived. I have no idea how Bigo exists. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's all bots. And Twitter is weird too. Twitter doesn't really promote you like that. Like, I feel like that app is going to be going away soon too, because the fact that Elon Musk didn't buy it because they had such a high percentage of bots there, and they wouldn't reveal the details before he spent billions of dollars on the app. Like, he bid to buy it for billions of dollars. It shows that like, it's it's not, I don't know, it's just not like, it's not that dependable. TikTok, I mean Twitter, I meant to say. Now TikTok, I think TikTok is like positioned to win because of how much money the government of, you know, the government that owns it or is heavily influencing it, um, because of how much funds and power they're willing to push and how much data they're able to collect from the users of this app. So I think they're gonna probably be in the head run. They're probably gonna be more of the winners. Um, and I don't care about any of it. I just want my money. I just don't care. I don't have any political. Like, it's all corrupt to me. Who cares to me? It's like, whatever. Who's gonna give me more views? You know? You got Instagram over here demonetizing me for my shirt. Because that's what, when I looked at the monetization, the only videos that were demonetized were the ones where I was wearing the shirt. And the weird part is that there's other videos where I'm wearing the shirt that has thousands of views, but then it's not demonetized. So it's like they're not even consistent with it. And I show the shirt even closer. Like, I have the camera and I do like I'm highlighting the shirt because I love Beyonce. So I'm like, why, like, if you're gonna demonetize it, demonetize all the videos that have it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So I appealed it. But then whenever you appeal something with Instagram, they're like, oh, we don't have any time to review your appeal, so we're just not gonna do any action on it. Then why give me the option to appeal? And then they say, well, if you want further appeal, then you have to go to an oversight board and put in a reference number. Like, who has time for all this? They know nobody has a reference number for all these things. Like, what do you... It's just so... It's so frustrating. Like, they depend on creators to even have an app, but then they disrespect creators beyond. Like, every single app has disrespected the creator. The least disrespectful app has been YouTube to me. Like, they blocked me one time because of the video I did about the pandemic, which was just my opinion. I didn't curse, I didn't say anything that was facts. I just talked about what I felt, and they blocked my video, and they didn't allow me to post for 2 weeks. But these other apps, they block me more consistently for just saying anything for whatever random reasons. Like, it's not even a good algorithm. Like, I do not break the rules. I don't curse. I literally just try to stay in my zone. I used to curse a lot back in the day, but I realized the algorithm, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll play your game. But even when you play the game, they still suppress you. They suppress you and censor you to oblivion. And I saw this one woman, she has a video, like, she's in Africa, and she has like a comedy kind of dry humor videos. Nothing bad, never cursing, just very PG content. And they deleted her whole Instagram account without any heads up, no reason, nothing. She did nothing wrong, did nothing. She just living her life. She had finally got into like 80,000 followers, and they just deleted the whole account. Woke up one morning, it was gone. She was trying to fight to get it back, and they don't care. There's nobody helping her. So I live every day knowing that these apps can just delete me any moment they want, no matter how many years I work on it. So I'm just enjoying, not enjoying, but I'm just accruing as much publicity as I can while I have it, because that's the key. Like, every country, every social anything, every product, you need publicity. You need people to know about it for it to be powerful. So I don't know where it's gonna take me, but I'm just gonna keep on promoting and making content. You know, every company, that's all they're doing, making content. You're selling houses, you gotta make content to sell houses. You know, you're selling a juice, gotta make content. You're selling therapy, gotta make content for it. All I'm seeing nowadays on YouTube, ooh, BetterHelp, digital therapy, BetterHelp. You know, they are like anything you're doing, you have to have content for. So, and people are paying for advertisements. So if they're gonna give me free publicity just for posting my videos and authentic traffic, I'm gonna do it. Why not? Who cares? You know? Remote viewing says, oh, by the way, I'll talk about BetterHelp in a second because I'm very curious about, there's something sinister going on with BetterHelp. Something sinister is going on there. I'm going to talk about it. Remote viewing says, cell phones make good digital billboards for stuff. Just gotta do them and such. Yeah. I mean, nobody's looking at billboards anymore, like actual real ones. People are staring at their phones more than they're even staring at their partners, their family, the TV, books. They're looking at their phone. Right now, I'm staring at my phone. If there was an advertisement on the top of this, then that's what I'd be like looking at. And technically, this is an advertisement. I'm staring at a TikTok backdrop right now. So it's advertising to me that I should be live on TikTok. I see a little, I don't know if you guys see it, but there's a TikTok logo right here. I guess some of you guys can see it because for the recording, but there's a logos on this. Like, it's subliminally telling me like TikTok. Like I stare at my camera more than anything, or my phone. So when people are seeing me on here, I'm getting free publicity, but it's not free because they're taking my data. But anyway, I want to talk about BetterHelp for a second because I've had friends who's gone through that and they do the digital online therapist and they get matched up with a therapist that works for them. They can switch them out if it doesn't work, all that stuff, and they get discounts from different creators to get their own therapist. Which theoretically sounds like, oh, that's a good thing. You get a therapist, you get help, and if it helps you, that's awesome. I love that for you. If it's something that really helps your mental health, that's great. But when I look at the advertisements for it, I can't help but see something sinister about it. And I haven't read the terms and agreements for BetterHelp, but I would be careful about the ownership of your data and what you're saying to these BetterHelp people, because I feel like there's some kind of law or something that like keeps your information, like that keeps your private, the things that you talk about. Because if you're going to therapy, you're probably talking about some very personal things, you know. Besides the fact that you're talking about it on a phone that's being recorded, because that's how these phones work. They record everything. Alexa's always listening. I'm see if she even, hold on. You see, even as I whispered that, the little light went around, just as I said the name of the Amazon thing. So she's listening. I'm talking low and whispering, and she still heard me. The other day, my sister was whispering all the way across the room, and the Alexa's all the way over here. Like the other, it's probably about 30 feet away over there. She was sitting on the couch, and she whispered, like, Alexa, stop. Which I'm sure it turned on again. But she was telling it to stop. The alarm was going on. And it stopped. It heard her whisper from 30 feet away. So it's listening to everything. And we already know that. It says it in those conditions, terms and conditions. But when it comes to therapy, people are saying very sensitive information a lot of times, because they're trained to think that therapy is a safe space. Now, even if you go into a real therapist, like a human one, well, they're human even on BetterHelp, but if you go into one that's like in office, you're still not technically in a safe space. There's certain things you can say that can get you locked away, like in a medical hold. So technically there's no safe space, but if you're doing it through your phone, then that's even more, they have more ability to just bring those records up for anything they may need, whether it's in court, whether it's for advertisers to sell you stuff based on what you talked about in your private therapy session with BetterHelp or any one of these, it's sketchy. I'm not a big fan of therapy, especially Western therapy, like this philosophical kind of situation. I'm not into that. I used to be. I used to think it was something powerful. I feel like any of these, like the Landmark or MITT or these programs that are transformational training, they give me cult vibes. They give me very cult vibes, and I just don't. I don't really trust Western methods for whether it be physical health or mental health. That's me personally. So I'm good on all of it, but I just feel like people are putting a blind eye towards these companies right now because it has the illusion of safety. They're like, oh, you're just being safe and good. You have somebody to listen to you. We care about you. Oh no, we don't really care about the hundreds of dollars you're paying every week for us. No, it's not about that. We just care about you and that you do well. We're gonna go ahead and record you just so we have it for future, just so that we can know what we're talking about in our next session. Okay. Oh, if you don't like me as your therapist, then I will go ahead and pair you up with another spy therapist. Therapist. And we'll go ahead and just like continue the situation. Just tell us everything. Tell us your deepest secrets. What's your passwords again? Oh, okay. Not that passwords matter. Like privacy is a joke. But I figure for myself personally, if I need, because we are social beings and speaking things out can help for some people. But if my stuff is going to already be public, then why not just go straight to social media? Why not just come straight out here and chat with people for the public? Get public opinion, get the comments under there. I'm not paying for it the same way, but it's like it's public anyways to me. Like I'm thinking if I'm talking to this random person online, I have nothing to hide. I would rather have the opportunity for publicity and for publicity and monetization rather than just talk to some random therapist that it's impossible for them to know more than the public form of going live or posting publicly on social media and hearing the natural reaction from the community around us and what they feel about your content or what you're sharing. That's more powerful to me personally. That's why I choose to always talk to you guys, whoever's watching. Whether they're watching now live or watching on YouTube or my podcast after I air it. I'm already on my 111th. This is the 112th episode of my podcast right now. So it's like, do I go to therapy or do I make a podcast and talk about whatever I want to talk about? These are the same things I'll be discussing in a therapist session, but now it's monetized. Like, yeah, I could have only a few people in my room right now, but I post this video and I keep posting this same video in the future. It can get millions of views, millions and millions, for all I know. Like, I have some platforms that are getting millions of views. Just depends on which one promotes. So, that's where I'm at right now. Like, that's just my method. Like, I don't have anything to hide. And so, I'm a very public person. Because I don't care to hide anything. Like, I just don't see privacy as a real thing. I think there's nothing privacy about anything. Like, even if I didn't have Alexa in this room, my phone would be listening to me. The phones listen to everything you're doing. Like, they're trying to find ways to promote products, ideas, propaganda to you through what they record, what they analyze. Remote viewing says everything typed is recorded, analyzed, and profited from. That's right, remote viewing. Remote viewing is exactly correct. You know what? I went from almost blocking remote viewing to now I'm going to follow you, remote viewing. I'm going to follow you because I like what you're saying. So I just follow remote viewing. I like their input. Sorry for misunderstanding what you were saying earlier. I get a lot of trolls on here. A lot of people come on here and tell me, oh, you're a monkey. Oh, you're homeless. Oh, you look like Jesus. Oh, you know? So I just get very defensive immediately. I'm like, let me block these people. And like I said, the only reason, I've said this before in the past, the only reason I block people on these apps is because these apps don't protect creators. Like, they'll allow a troll to destroy your account. They literally will allow a troll to just like mass report you and take your account down. So you have to block them before they have the opportunity to. I don't care about any troll. I would let everybody stay on. I wouldn't block anyone. If the apps had my back as a creator, I wouldn't need to block anyone. I don't care if they're crazy. I would just like let them say their craziness. Who cares? But the fact that I'm not protected against these crazy people, I have to block right away. And sometimes I make a mistake and have to block the wrong person because I've misunderstood something because I'm only reading. So, Jay says, hey, I love you so much. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate your love and support. So I want people to be aware of that when they're going to digital therapy, whether it's BetterHelp or one of the other companies similar to it. Like, just know that it's not private. Like, none of this is private. Honestly, I'd rather you guys just delete the concept of privacy because it doesn't exist. It's like it's a fantasy. Like, we've never been private since day one. Since day one, you were birthed, and then they gave you a receipt of your birth. They tracked your birth. Like, you're in the system from day one. So just be okay with it. I'm okay with it. I don't care. I'm not okay because I figured this. If you're gonna make me public from birth, then I'm gonna be super public, and I'm gonna choose to be more public than anyone. Now what? That's my freedom. If I can't be unpublic, then I'm gonna be the most public. You know? That's the only freedom I could have. Is if I want to choose something, I can't choose to be off-grid. There is no off-grid. Let's say that you went to the woods and you're like, forget every type of technology, forget everything. I'm off-grid. I want nothing following me. Well, guess what? I've seen it with my own eyes that there are satellites and sonar types of devices like that. They can go down from space to a blade of grass with an ant on it and see it just as clearly as 4K television. Clear. The clearest. You know, they can hear you. They can see by heat that where you are in your house. You're not, there's no way to go off grid. Are you going to go off the planet? Even if you're in a cave, they can see where you are in that cave by your heat index. It's just like trying to fight against the fact that we're just public, like the world is, we're being spied on at all times. Trying to fight against it is a losing battle. So that's why I chose and still choose to be the most public. And I'm going to keep posting every day. I'm going to go live every day as much as I can. And I feel way less stress because I don't have anything to hide. I've done nothing illegal. In fact, the way I look at it is that the more public I am, the more data and proof that I have that I've done nothing wrong. And that's not right for everyone because some people are criminals, but I don't have anything I've done. So all of this is showing me, like, for example, like, let's say they tried to falsely accuse me of doing a crime right now. Well, I have this video that shows that I'm right here drinking my smoothie or drink, talking to people on live, I take this right to court and be like, I was not there. I was not there. I'm right here drinking my drink. You got the wrong person. And you guys are racist for assuming I'm the same person as somebody else. You know? So, it's just, it's an illusion. Good morning, Empress Mika. Good to see you. Good morning, Seema. I think I said good morning to Seema already, but thank you, Seema. Remote viewing says illusion of privacy leads to illusion of safety. Ooh, yes, remote viewing. That's so true. May as well wave to the world. I love that remote viewing. You see, I'm really glad that remote viewing's here today. I want to read that again. Remote viewing says illusion of privacy leads to illusion of safety. May as well wave to the world. Hey world, how you doing? How you doing? I gotta do how you doing since Wendy Williams is being drugged right now and lost all her freedom. Like, it's sad. She's being conspired against and people are trying to steal her money. Not trying to, they are stealing it. It's sad to see Wendy Williams. It really is sad to see this. People, you can't trust people. You can't trust your management. You can't trust producers. They are just draining her. They hooked her back on drugs because she was already dealing with an addiction that she's very public about. They hooked her back on. Now she's out here looking like this. Hi, how you doing? I'm famous, you guys. I'm famous. I'm famous. Now I know my eyes do that sometimes. I'm reading these small text, but her eyes be like popped out. Girl, that's not lymphedema. That's not lymphedema. That's called crackedema. And they have her messed up, and it's not fair. I love Wendy Williams, so I'm joking about it now, but it's really sad, and I'm hoping that her son can save her from this because nobody else can save her. Like, these people are vultures, and they're gonna drain her. She was doing the healthiest when she was in Florida with her family. Like, I'm in Texas right now with my family. I feel healthier than I did when I was in Los Angeles, fighting for my career. Or not fighting, but just working on my career. I feel healthier here than I did there because I'm around people I love. I get to see my little nephew, my mom's here, my grandmother, my family's here. It's beautiful here. It's better. But she went to New York to try to save her canceled show. And she went off of her alkaline eating plan. Dr. Sebi is the one that healed her son. Her son almost passed away because of some synthetic cannabis that he ate or he consumed, and he almost lost his mind. And Dr. Sebi, that was the last person that he healed before Dr. Sebi passed away, because he was killed in a Honduran prison, unrightfully. They got him, they assassinated him, like he did nothing wrong at all. 0 crimes. His whole life he did no crimes. But yeah, she was on a good plan, she was healing. They got her, she went out to New York and they just latched onto her and just tried to are still taking her over and feeding her substances that she does not need as an addict. Remote viewing says, saw a video of her in the car. Wait, hold on, I missed the other one. Oh, Empress Mika says, yeah, she isn't the same. No, she's not the same. It really breaks my heart. Like, I know I'm trying to make light of it right now, but I don't want to wake up one day and say Wendy Williams passes away. Like, it's not fair. Like, it's just she was part of my daily life. I watched her every day, like a lot of people do. Even the people in England, because they're so boring out there in England. Even the Queen's Palace, they have Wendy Williams on their TVs in the palace. She talks about it on her show. They love her there. Like, she's worldwide. But when they want you, when they want to take your money and control you, they don't care. These people will do whatever. They're trying to keep her son away from her so that he doesn't blow the spot up. Empress says, sad. Mika says, yeah, it is very sad. Empress says, LOL, crackedema. Yeah, it is. Whitney says, crack is whack. And she was right. Whitney was right. Um, Remote Viewing says, saw a video of her in car showing Ring. I saw that video. She was asked a question and went blank. Heavy heart to her. Yeah. You can tell what's going on by just looking at that video and other videos of her in front of her apartment. Like, she's not well. Wendy Williams is not well in any way. She's not well. She's on death's door knocking. Like, I don't know what we can do. I don't know what we can do. Like, they want her money. They want to control her empire of funds at this point. They feel like she's not insurable anymore. All because she had a hard time in life at one point, just trying to like process a divorce. The same thing that happened to Britney Spears. Britney Spears was just going through a custody battle with her ex. Her ex conspired against her, forced her into rehab when she wasn't even on anything. They conspired to take over her empire and make her seem crazy so that he can get child support from her over $20,000 a month or something crazy like that. Maybe I think it was $40,000 a month. It was insane amount of money he was getting. And now he's mad because the kids are almost 18, so the money's about to stop. And now he's like trying to attack her even more. Like, people, you cannot trust these people. You know, I trusted my ex-husband. I thought I had somebody who loved me at the time. He tried to kill me. Literally tried to kill me. Like, it's just like you can't really trust anyone. So I would rather just be on my own. Empress Mika says peace and serenity when you're around your people, family. That's right, Empress Mika. I do. I feel it. And I feel like when you're alone, you kind of like forget the serenity that you can experience if you're blessed to have people you love. Even if you don't have like actual family, if you have people that you like have as friends or people who are your chosen family, whatever that means. Like, you know, choosing your people who are your family. It's better. Like, we're social beings. There's a reason that we have hundreds of languages that as humans we know. If we weren't social, we would only have one language, and that language would be very rudimentary. But we have hundreds of languages. I don't even know one language. I don't even know English. I know a little bit of Spanish, but so little that I don't even count it because I don't know enough of it. But we're social beings, and we forget that when we're in solitude. Which is why so many people struggled with their mental health during the pandemic, because they were forced to be away from their people. So let's look at that. Heavy on the forced to be away from people. Heavy on that part. Seema says, facts, it's so sad. It is really sad. Seema says, we can send her positive vibes and some prayers. Yeah, I mean, if that works, I hope that works. I don't know. I don't know if that works or not, but maybe it does. I think it's better than sending negative vibes. You know, I guess it's better. Like, it's just so messed up. This woman has been this woman's part of our family. Wendy Williams has been here in all of our homes. Well, maybe not all of our homes, but my home for sure. Like, she's very popular. She's given us, she's always said what we weren't willing to say. She said it like she meant it. Like, and to watch her deteriorate like this when it doesn't have to be this way. Her mom already passed away. Her dad is declining. Her brother's kind of a betrayer too, because it's like, yeah, he seems as if he's like for her best interest, but I don't really trust him. The things that he says, it's kind of shaky. Like, her brother seems like not the most trustworthy person. But I've watched his videos. I know who he is. I've seen a lot of his videos. But I don't trust him that much. Her son is the only person I trust. And honestly, I trust her ex-husband, Kelvin, who I thought I didn't like him. I thought, like, oh, Kelvin did her dirty. Which, yeah, he cheated on her. He got another wife. But he also was there for her. And she chose her career over her marriage herself. She chose that. And he still supports her now, Kelvin, her ex-husband. Like, he still stands by her and wants her to get help. And so from the video I watched of him, like, he did a over hour long video. The first time you really heard him speak in detail, And I have to say, I do trust him. I trust what he was saying. I I see that he has good intentions, as he would have good intentions because he's getting spousal support. That's why he didn't marry the new woman. He's like, we're in a spiritual bond. The woman that he had a baby with outside of their marriage, they're in a spiritual bond, not married, because if he gets married to her, he loses his alimony. So, but that doesn't mean that he's like he was her manager when he was there. He was gangster, and nobody was trying to try her like this. The entertainment industry is like the mob. It is like a very gangster industry. There's no love in this game. It is the most twisted, demonic thing you'll ever experience is entertainment. And I've been in the industry since I was a kid. And my grandfather was very famous, a jazz musician, and he's always told me about how dark this industry was as a kid. My grandfather used to perform to sold out crowds across the world internationally. He would travel everywhere, and he always told me like this is the most demonic, disturbing industry. He's passed away. He died at 94 years old. He passed away this last year, and he's and he always told me no matter what, any day he would talk to me, he would just always tell me about how to watch out for this industry and to not get into it. To be honest, he said, "Don't do it. Just don't do it." I didn't listen to him for that part, but I understood him. I listened to him, but I didn't not get into it. But I got into it a different way than he did. Like he didn't own his stuff. Like he's still getting people make he's dead. He passed away, my grandpa, and he's people are still making money on him. His family's not making money on him, but the people who own his music are making money off of him because they're still streaming his music all the time. He has more streams than I do, and I'm alive. I have music out there too. My music is not getting as many streams as his music is, and he's passed away. So it's just real life, and they're making that money. Empress Mika says, high vibrational beings, we tend to forget we need our people's interaction to stay grounded. Yes, we do. Even though I hate to say that because I like to consider myself an island of a person, but here I am. I'm here on live. I don't have to be on live. I could be talking to a wall right now. But then people will say, oh, he's crazy, he's talking to a wall, talking to himself. You know, like we need to connect to people. So as much as I don't like dealing with people in person, like I don't like new friends, I'm like very much in my own zone, I still come on here consistently. Every day I'm here. I'm still making content and posting it everywhere. Like I still have a public company that I run. I work with lots of clients. So it's like I'm still connected very much. So it's something you can't deny as humans. And the people who really go to solitude, they end up being like insane or being dangerous to themselves or others. Sima Miso Somi. Sima says, money makes people crazy and sometimes families are just as bad. Yeah. Y'all, I've been around the richest people that exist in this world. Because, you know, money is all made up. Like, so there's certain people who make this money and, like, print it and all that. I've been around these people. They're so miserable. They're insane, a lot of them. They're so selfish. They can cough up money that'll make me rich for the rest of my life, but they refuse to do it because they don't want me to have power or to have people around them have power. They love the power dynamics of them having everything and the people around them having nothing. So I've been around these crazy rich people. Like I'm talking about multi-billionaires, doggone near trillionaires. Some of these people I've been around in their houses. I know their families. I've been around them, especially in LA, in New York too. But they don't care about us as people. Like they see us as like peasants. You know, they love that. The only reason I'm in around them because I'm in entertainment and I used to work for some government situations I can't talk about, but I've been in these rooms and people think like, oh, if I knew a rich person then I'd be rich too. Not necessarily. A lot of these people, when they come from the high income world, they're born into it. There's no way you can make enough money to be competing with them. They're not in the same category. The illusion that you can even make as much as them is very deceiving. it can make you crazy because you're thinking like, oh, I gotta work harder so I can be a billionaire too. Girl. You better go back to Walmart, honey. Just just love Walmart. Because that's where you're gonna be the rest of your life. Is shopping at Walmart. Because that's just how it is. Um, I'm not even dissing it. I'm like, whatever, I'll be at Walmart too. I'll be right behind you, looking at these people dressing crazy in Walmart, wearing rollers in their hairs, barefoot through the Walmart house. It's what it is. Like I'd rather just accept it. Like I'm not born into that kind of wealth or power. So it's never gonna happen for me that way. I can build my own company and live my life, but even at the top level of what I build, you have to be born into the kind of power that actually is real power. There's no, and even then, it's still like they're still human. They can still pass away. They can still, like a lot of them, a lot of these rich people, they're miserable, and the kids they have or like their family is going through the darkest things you can ever imagine. Everybody wants them for money. They're getting kidnapped on the regular. Imagine knowing that you can get kidnapped anytime, because that's how it happens when you're that wealthy. Like, it's who's gonna save you when you're the most powerful, but you're getting kidnapped because people know you're like it's it's like a whole other set of issues, a whole other set, and then they end up on drugs because they're like, what do you do after you're that rich? You have no reason to do anything any day. So their kids, they just end up on drugs and they end up overdosing and stuff. Like, it's dark. It's a dark situation. And when I was teaching yoga more and like healing, a lot of these rich people would bring me in to try to like help their kids or help themselves or their people. It's just, it's so dark. Some of the poorest people in developing countries are better off than the richest people with the most power who own the banks. They're happier. They understand what life is. They're not in a rat race against themselves. Oh, y'all. Remote viewing says some get paid to no longer have a bad day, seems. Create conflict within. Wait, some get paid to no longer have a bad day, it seems. Creates conflict within. Yeah, it does create conflict within. It does. You're right, remote viewing. Seema says rich people are not in the line of helping you become rich. We just have to work. Yeah, y'all. Work hard and do us. There's people who have been around who are so rich that I could, if I could reach you in the purse, like not that I would never steal from anyone, but like I could just accidentally tap their purse or something and millions of dollars will fall out or something. Like I can grab that, it'll change my life. But they wouldn't give that to me. They would not. They don't want me to have that. They don't want any other people around them to have that. Like they're very selfish. Like anybody wants something from me. That's how they got that rich. That's how their control is to control for them. They don't want you to not need them. They want you to be in awe of their power and wealth. So I just keep it real. Like it's once I was in those situations, and I'm like, oh, this game is like it's rigged. Like there's no, like, you should be thankful for any love you have in your life, any joy you have in your life, whether it be the joy from a tree. You could just love a tree in your backyard. You're like, this is the most beautiful tree. I love going and standing under the tree. My best friend, she goes to Central Park, and she's like, there's a tree she loves going to, and she just enjoys that tree every day she can, and she's happier than a lot of the richest people I know. Like, they can't have the simple things of joy because they're too busy trying to control their empire and protect their dynasty. So it's really dark. That's why I love Beyonce, because even though she's really rich, she still gives us art. She gives us high art. She, she still has her heart to her, and I respect that. And I'm sure she's even corrupted in a way. You can't. She's a billionaire at this point. Beyonce's literally a billionaire, but it's kind of hard to not become a little bit corrupted when you're a billionaire. So I don't. I'm not attacking her for that. But at least she has her family. She has her kids, her husband, her family around her that supports her, loves her, her fan base. Like, look at me. I'm wearing her shirt. I don't care if I get demonetized. I'm wearing my shirt. I support my Beyonce. That's my queen. I don't believe in God, but I believe in Beyonce. Um, Remote viewing says some situations you learn the rules after you enter the game. Yeah. Like, the only reason that they even had me around these rich people, these powerful people, is because they're trying to use me and pay me little pennies or pay me nothing. Some of these people wanted me to do the work for free. They wanted me to be there and be honored to be around them because they're so powerful. Like, oh, you should be honored to be here at my mansion. Look at my thousands of acres that I have. Look at my, my diamond chandelier. Look at my, I have all this cash in my vault and gold and precious jewels and, like, literally. And that's what they do. You walk into their house and they want to see you like, oh wow, that's huge, wow. And I played the game because I knew that if I walked in like this, uninterested, then they wouldn't open up and I wouldn't get the information that I wanted. So I go in and do the whole like, oh yes sir, oh wow master, that's some good old diamonds right there. Is that a diamond? That a diamond chandelier? Oh wow master, dang, that's so good. How beautiful! Look at all that pool. That's a lot of trees. I ain't never seen a lot of trees like that. Oh my gosh! Like, you do whatever you have to do so that they don't feel threatened. You get the information you need to get and keep moving. But at a certain point, it became too much for me. I can't, like, keep being a fake, a fake raccoon, I'll say, without the rack. You can't keep doing it. I'm too smart for that. And so, not that, I hate to say too smart, because, like, what does that mean? But I'm too intuitive. Like, I know what's happening. I get the situation, but they don't want to be, they don't want to feel threatened. Like, a lot of them have never had to work for anything, so their intelligence level is so, like, elementary that they just live off of pure ego. They have no other reason. They don't have to make $1 in their life. They don't have to do any work. They can hire somebody to wipe their actual behind, like in the movie Come to America. Like, hello sir, shall we watch your royal man parts? I can't say the word on here. Can we wash your royal balls or whatever? I can't. Chocolate princess is laughing at me. I'm just keeping it real. I'm keeping it real, y'all. Seema says you're right. Y'all, it's crazy out here, but find the joy. Like, just know that whatever you're running towards to try to get, you may already have the real value in gold in your life right now. These rich people have no family, a lot of them. Their family is all fighting against each other over money, which none of them need. But they're fight over each other. Like, they have no loyalty within their systems. Like, they're over here sleeping with each other as family. It's insane. Like, there's, like, all kind of incest going on in these rich families. Like, it's so disturbing what goes down. And politics, that's a joke. Politics are a joke. I don't want to go down that road right now. But just enjoy any beauty you have, any joy you have. Let's say you love painting. Live and love. Paint every day. I love making music. That's what I love more than anything. Yeah, I went down the rabbit hole of all the craziness that goes on in the world because I was in entertainment, but I love just making music. Like, the act of it, the creation, making the music videos, like, that's what I love to do. Like, I don't care about really anything else. Like, health is the only reason I even started doing health videos was because I wanted to get healthy, and I figured, let me just discuss what I'm learning. I'm not a health person. I don't have a degree in that. I never would go to school for that ever. I love making music. Yeah, I have a company for branding. We do designing websites. We do graphic design. We run advertisements. We do all that. I have that company. Yeah, I teach yoga because I like to stretch for my back. I have a really bad back condition, and I like to make sure my back is healthy. And so I do what I can to discuss some of that things, and I got myself certified, but it was just so that I can learn to keep myself healed. Yes, I do real estate. I work in the real estate industry because I love properties. I like real estate. It's a good money situation to pay the bills. But all I love doing is music. But unfortunately, if you want to make a lot of money in music, you have to sell yourself and not be able to make the music you want to make, which is like an oxymoron kind of thing. It's like, is that the right word for that? I don't know. It's like a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword because it's like you can make millions of dollars off music, but that's because you signed a deal that controls what music you can put out for them to even promote it at that level or get into those certain circles that put you on certain playlists or radios or whatever. Like, it's a whole system. So I'd rather just own my own self, have my own money, and make whatever music I want to put out, which I've done. The music I have out right now is what I want to put out. Music next to my heart that I just cared about, that came out of my mind. I love doing it. It's the only thing I care about. To be real, I mean, besides my family, but like music is all I care. So, remote viewing says once you peek behind the curtain, backstage, backstage sees you see. That's right. Can be tricky. That's right. Once you peek behind. Ooh, that's a good point. Remote viewing said of something very deep just now. I'm gonna read it one more time. I'm gonna get off of here because my juice is kicking in right now. If you know what I mean. It's kicking in. It's activating. I need to go see a man about a horse. This horse. I gotta go see a man about a horse. But a remote viewing says, once you peek behind the curtain, backstage sees that you see. It can be tricky. That's what remote viewing just said. That is some deep. I could not have said that better myself. Aside me reading it just now, but I could not. They see that you see, and they consider you as a threat, depending on what you're gonna say. Like, a lot of these people hate that I'm on live all the time, but they know, because if they watch my lives, they know that I never say anything specific about details that I know. There's things that, even with me being online every day, there's stuff I will never utter out of my mouth because I like to not be assassinated. And so they know that I only would go so far. I only say so much. And then I stop. I've never said any names. I've never put my life at risk or my family's life at risk. Because even if I didn't care about my own life, they'll come for your family. They'll come for your family. Like, they will keep you in control. Like, this game is dirty. There's no, like, kumbaya, world peace. No. It's never been peace. I think privacy and peace are illusions that we need to just kind of get rid of so we can live within reality. There has never been peace. And there's no such thing as privacy. Chocolate Princess says, or could just be independent enough to make enough at your own shows. Yeah. Yeah. It takes a lot. Like, even at your own shows, what you're saying is true, but even at your own shows, you have to do so much promotion, which you have to pay for, to balance that out and to get enough of a following to even make money off your shows. So a lot of times, even people who are doing their shows, they have a backing. They have a group of people, even if they hire them themselves, that make sure that whatever they're putting out fits some type of standard of whatever. Like, however many people you have within your system is going to adjust the authenticness of whatever content you put out, whether it be music, art, painting, whatever. Like, the more people you have involved in your process, the more diluted the actual product, the actual product comes out. And so that's what I'm like. It's more challenging to have pure art unless you're gonna play the game. and be profitable off of it, especially the amount of profit that I want. Like, I want to have a comfortable life. I live a very comfortable life right now, very thankfully. But, like, yeah. But I feel what you're saying. Technically, you could. Like, over time, I do plan on doing that. I plan on making a lot of money through my music, but it's going to take me way longer than if I signed a deal. And I've been offered deals. I've been offered millions and millions of dollars of deals. But I love my music so much. I love what I create that I refuse to do it because I don't want to be owned. And plus, these millions of dollars I'm offered are loans. I have to pay that back. So why do I want $1 million loan? Why do I want to be in debt millions of dollars to gangsters? I'm not interested in that. That doesn't sound exciting to me. Some people are like, oh my God, $1 million, I'll take that $1 million right away. I'll sign the paper. They don't get that you really owe that money back. Like, they want their money, and they're going to hound you down until they get their coin back. And they're going to overcharge you for the production of whatever you're creating, because they can. And they're gonna get paid off the money they gave you. So they're gonna say, we'll give you $1 million, but it's gonna cost, $900,000 or like whatever to create the album, and then $100,000 to promote. That's the numbers are really off right there, but. And then who's gonna be producing it? The same people who gave you the money. So basically, they're giving you money to pay them back. Like, you're paying them $1 million, not you're getting it. Like, these contracts are dirty, and I know these artists, and I know these record labels, and I looked at them in their face across their table at the conference rooms or when they call me, and I said, you guys can suck it. I know what you guys are doing. My grandpa went through this already. He already warned me. I'm not signing this corrupt contract where I have to pay you money, but you're telling me I'm getting an advance. No, I can go to Chase Bank and get myself a loan. Like, why would I, or any bank, why would I just go to a record label that's going to own my intellectual property and try to pimp me? Let's see. Seema says, wait, hold on. Chocolate says, wait, I started that already. Seema says, stay blessed. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you. I'll be back on again today. A few more times, maybe 2 more times. Remote viewing says, a bit like a chess game. Piece on the board. Like a chess game piece on the board. That's right. Illusions and fantasy create profit. Ooh, yes. Remote viewing is a smart person, whoever they are. Very, very wise person. Thank you for coming to my room today, remote viewing. I really appreciate your contributions. And again, I apologize for coming for you earlier because I wasn't sure if you were a troll. Fontella says, hey Rock, how are you doing? I'm doing really well, Fontella. I'm going to be very great when I go see this man about the horse that Beyonce's riding right now. I gotta go see this horse soon. Chocolate Princess says, what's your sign? Once you sign the contract, they technically own you. Once you sign the contract, they own you. Yep. That's really true. When you sign it, they own you. Like, the contracts are crazy. And I read contracts. I don't just go like, oh, wow. You want me, Sony? Sony, you want me? Oh, WB, you want me? Oh my God, Capitol Records, I'm so honored. That's like being honored to be part of a gang. Like, oh, I'm so great, I get to be part of the new booty. I don't want to say the names of the gangs because they might come for me. But it's like being honored to be, oh, I get to be part of this gang. And instead of getting beat up you get owned. You get purchased. So, anyway, stay woke. Stay woke, you guys. And even Beyonce's under a contract, but her contract is way more laxed because they use people like her, artists like her, to bring in other artists who are like, oh, Beyonce's with this label, let me go sign with them too. Like, but her contract is very different than any other new artist. Like, they know how powerful she is, so they just like they're just appreciative to have her on the roster. So they have like big artists that kind of like shepherd all of the other artists into really messed up contracts. I'm not blaming Beyonce for that because she was with it since she was younger. But I think she knows how this works. But at this point, what can she do? She still owes the label a few more albums before she could even leave her contract. So, you know, Doctor's in the house. Dr. F is in the house. He says, "OMG, it's Rock Mercury, y'all. He's the star." Thank you, Dr. F. I can't say your name because people think I'm saying the F word, so I can't say your full name. But Dr. F is the truth. Make sure you guys follow Dr. F. Chocolate Princess says, "Round, what time you coming back live?" I'm gonna go by the pool and sunbathe again, so I'll be live then. It might be a little choppy because like the signal out there is weird, but I'll go live in about maybe 4 hours, maybe less. I don't know. It depends. But then tonight too, I'll go on for dinner or before dinner. Yeah. So I'll be back. But thank you guys so much for joining in today. This was a great conversation as far as what was contributed in the comments. I really appreciate you guys. Every time we go live, what you guys say in the comments, I read every comment. So it really does, like every live is dependent on what you guys write, which is why I go live on TikTok and not Instagram, because Instagram, I go live every now and then, but like Instagram is like, I don't get enough feedback. Like TikTok, I get lots of feedback and I get to communicate with you guys, which is the whole point of going live. So I'll always read every comment. Thank you for joining, and I will see you all soon. Let's go see this horse about a man. Bye. Beyonce, you won't break myself. Can I make it look like it's running? It looks like it's running. Alright, bye. You say around what time for dinner? For dinner, it's Houston. I'm in Houston right now, so I like to eat dinner around like maybe 7 o'clock, 6 or 7. So just keep your notifications on. So thank you so much, Rockers and Mercury, and see you soon. Bye.